What are you guys all doing looking at Naked Soupy? How's it going, super friends? Today, I'm doing a custom of the 1/6 scale Superman by Sideshow. Or rather, I'm going to be getting rid of this body altogether. The body's not a terrible body. However, when you combine it with this head, there's something so not Superman about it. Could it be the fact that the pecs are actually a little bit small? Or the fact that underneath here, there should be a whole muscle segment that is just plain missing? Could it be the narrow waist? Really? No one knows for sure. Some people say it's the head. Some people say it's the body. I say it doesn't go well together. And people who are big Superman fans feel slighted by this action figure, this doll, this action doll. And I'm going to try and make things right today. I don't know if it's going to work, but you'll be here for the ride. So let's begin. So let's just lean old Soupy up here against the backdrop and bring out my remedy to the situation, my hopeful remedy. It's a super flexible, seamless body that's been made by a company called TBLeague or TBLeague. I'm not really sure how you're supposed to, here, it's down here. What it is right here in letters. And this is my hopeful solution to this problem. So let's pop it out of the box and have a peek. Open up. There you go. I do want to point out that I may have already opened this previously because right here and right here, he came with 2 willies. And I figured that would be kind of obscene to have in the video. So I got rid of the willies for you. He does come with a soft willy and a boner willy on this side. I feel even weird saying that. But just so you know, if you buy this, be prepared for willies because they come in the package. He also comes with this user manual on, how to use it, I guess. A little yellow pair of trunks. These things that go over his feet, presumably. Consulting user manual. It actually doesn't show where they go. So, presumably the feet. And then these bits here that I think go over his wrists. It also comes with these 2 semi-closed hands. And these 2 kind of loose dangly hands. And then obviously we've got the main bit. Now the coolest thing about this is the fact it's got a stainless steel skeleton. Or maybe the coolest thing is the fact that it's completely seamless. One thing that I was always afraid of with my figures that are 1/6 in scale was that I was going to get the costume caught in the seams and then cause a run. And then the whole suit is done for. This, I won't have that problem. So let's just see if it works. Just take Superman and pop his head off. Pretty easy. Now I do want to point out that if you're buying this figure because you're trying to do a custom with, say, this head, you'll notice that the skin tone doesn't match at all. This is a little bit more natural / tan looking skin tone and a little bit less like a comic book. So this is actually perfect for the 1/6 scale Superman because he has that darker, slightly more olive skin complexion as well. Alright, and we're back. Now, I would have preferred to do all this on camera for you, except for I had to heat his head up in a cup of boiled water to make it softer so I could fit it on the steel neck peg, but this is pretty much it. I mean, I definitely think that this is a huge improvement over the original body that he came with. The shoulders on the new one are wider, the neck is better. I mean, the whole figure just looks light years better. The whole body looks light years better than the one that it came on. The real test will be what it looks like when we put the costume on, but I've got high hopes. Before we get that far though, let's just take a moment to actually critique the body. The flesh is really soft. Like it's a soft rubber on the outside. Look at them buns. Looks like he's wearing nothing at all. Nothing at all. Nothing at all. Sorry, that was a Ned Flanders joke. But the muscles are really soft. This is a really lifelike body, and it comes on a steel frame. So you're not dealing with a plastic frame that can break. And again, I really do love the fact that this is a seamless body, because it means when I go to put Superman's suit back on, I'm not going to have any fear of causing runs in the suit when I pose him in flying poses or whatever. I'm going to have more of a realistic approach here to being able to pose him. And this thing does have a lot of posability. The legs have maximum posability for a figure that doesn't have any creases and cracks, right? I mean, this is a different sort of figure, so it's going to have limits, but it does have a lot of posability. Like that's, I mean, I don't know. I don't know why I would ever need or want anything more from one of these figures. This is stellar, if you ask me. And I can't wait to actually get the costume on this muscular Superman-esque body. A lot of people use this for Arnold Schwarzenegger. I've seen that online. I just figured it'd be perfect for Superman. Anyway, let's get the costume on. I also want to point out that I purchased an extra Superman uniform online from eBay because I'm using my original one that came with this figure on a completely different 1/6 scale Superman, which I haven't made a video of about yet, but I will in the future. And these trunks, I also want to point out that they are completely different than what would have came on the original Superman with this head. These trunks are going to be a lot tighter and a lot less diaperish. So that's incredibly exciting. And we're back. I did want to be able to do more of this on camera for you, but there were just certain problems. Like putting this costume on, this body, is a real challenge because, I mean, the flesh is all squishy and soft. And as much as that's very, very cool for posability and for not ripping your costume and stuff like that, and having a really lifelike Superman, it's really challenging to fit this really tight, almost spandex-like material over top of the soft, rubbery muscles. The fabric wants to stick to it. So this actually took me a really long time to get this on here like this. However, now that it's on there, I gotta say, I'm incredibly happy with it. You have the muscles right here in the sides that are missing on this one. They're just not there. Here they are right here. The waist is so much wider and thicker in comparison to the original Sideshow body, and that's also a plus. Again, posability without fear of making runs appear in the costume or nicks or pulls because of all the seams and stuff like that. That's nil and void. And okay, I do want to admit that this is slightly over that way. It just showed up that way. I had no idea. I'll be able to fix this. However, the trunks fit nicely. The wider waist is a huge help, and the head, I think, looks fabulous on this body. I think that this is so much better than the original body that we had it came with. Full disclaimer though, I couldn't use the original boots that would have came with the Sideshow Superman because the calves are actually bigger, slightly bigger than the boots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to order one of the knockoff Superman Sideshow figures from China, and the boots are actually slightly bigger, and I'm going to install those boots on here. So for now, I've got the Mezco Superman Jim Lee Hush Superman boots taking its place. So he will look just a little bit taller with those boots on because they're a taller boot. And again, I could only stuff so much of his leg inside the boots. They're just, that's the nature of the beast when you're doing kit bashes and customs. You never quite know what you're going to get. Now, I also do need to sew the back of the costume up still, but at this point, it doesn't make any difference for the overall aesthetic of what I'm going to be showing in the video. You can see that the costume and the body and the head, in my opinion, and I'm just one guy, looks a whole lot better than the original. What do you think? Let me know down in the comment section below, and if you've actually purchased this body yourself, let me know what you've used it for because I'd be interested to find out. I purchased this one off of eBay. Just look up this on eBay and I'm sure you'll find these. I picked this up for about 80 bucks shipped from Japan or China or something like that. And I'm sure you could pick it up for roughly the same. And the shipping was free, so that's a plus. Anyhow, friends, that's going to be a wrap with today's video. So thank you so much for taking the time to stop by my channel and be interested in what I'm doing. It means a lot to me. If you like this video, please leave a like on it. Leave any comments you have down in the comment section below. If you think you might like to see more of my sort of content show up in your inbox, well, just ding the bell after you hit the subscribe button and you'll never miss a video. And I'll see you at the next one. Bye, everybody. Take care. Stay super.